Hi all bush people, back here for another video. This time I'm indoor, as you can see, in my kitchen. I just want to show you what I use when I sharpen my knife, and today I'm going to take my Mora Garberg and take away that secondary bevel, because I have tried and yeah, I'm not liking it so much. So I'm going to try to do it, not a true Scandi, because it's extremely hard to make a real Scandinavian grind without some tools, power tools and something like that. I'm going to do it with a whetstone, and getting a true Scandinavian grind really flat, it's pretty hard because you do it with your hands. So the grind I like, it's a bit convex, a grind. So I'm going to take that secondary bevel and just with the breaking point is of the angle to the blade, just rounding it up. So I'm going to do it like a Scandinavian, but it's going to be a more convex at the end. I'm just showing you here what I mean. So here we have, if you think like this is the secondary bevel, I'm sorry for the focus there, you have a breaking point there. Oh, focusing is struggling, and it's like a sharp end. I'm going to do like this, a more rounded, like that. This is a true Scandi when it's completely flat. So that's convex, and that's the secondary bevel that I have right on the tip, like there. And there I'm just going to round it up and get ready some grind here also. And this here you have a true Scandinavian when it's a straight line. So just showing you, here's the knife, the Mora Garberg. Let me focus, and as you can see, I have not done anything to the grind here or sharpen it. You can still see the lines. It goes like lines from the ordinary grind, and then on the tip I have the secondary bevel that I'm going to get rid of now. So I'm going to make it something like my Mora Black here. As you can see, I have a small mirror polish, not so much because I only have one whetstone that I'm going to show you to sharpen. And I use a Japanese whetstone, has been soaking here for approximately 10-15 minutes. It's double side I mean, and I have 1000 grit and 6000. So 1000, I will begin with that one, and it will take me some bit of time because I should be using a 400 grit, but I don't have that kind of stone. And then I'm going to polish it up with the 6000 after I've worked up the blade. So this is what I've used. This is the only tool I have to sharpen my knife for now. I have also a DC4 small sharpener, field sharpener, and a cheap strop. This stone is not the cheapest stone, but not the most expensive. It's midway stone. I think I paid about 70 euros for this Japanese whetstone. It's pretty soft, so it's not the hardest but not the softest, but it's, when you do it on the 6000, you must be careful, because if you do a steep angle you will take a chunk out of the stone. Okay, so let's get sharpening. So here we have the 1000 side, and when I begin, just lay my knife flat like that, just doing the flat surface, and I will keep on grinding till I hit the secondary bevel, and the same as on this side. So I will try to show you how I do. And this will take maybe a half an hour, depending on the steel, how hard it is. When I stroke the knife, I apply some pressure there. When I'm driving it back, no pressure. So only pressure when I pull like that and slightly there. Just trying to give you a better angle at what I do. As you can see, I have a gap there, and the grind is completely flat to the stone. So just keep on working this side till I can see that the secondary bevel is gone. And as I told you, it's going to be a slight convex, because when I do like this, now I'm doing very much, but when you raise up the knife at the end, you will get a slight convex. So this is a big I'm doing it so you can see what I'm doing, but it won't, when I'm doing like this, you don't see it. But at the end, my wrist goes up, slight up, so I get the convex there. Okay. The same thing at the tip. I must try to keep the angle correct. So the hardest part is just keeping the right angle when you're doing the bevel and the tip. So you must go like round like this. So that's the hardest part, keeping it flat and doing the same motion as you've done here. This part is the easy part. For me, it's harder the bevel and the tip. Yes, now I've been at it approximately 10 minutes on this side and nothing on this side. I don't know if you can see the difference. Let it focus. Here is still the grind from the factory, I think it's called. And on the other side, let it focus, I have almost removed all the scratches from the factory. I have removed the secondary bevel and created a burl on the other side. And the burl, I can feel it here on the other side. Creating a burl means that when you have two edges like this, when I have grind this side, I have grind so much that this side just overlaps the other one slightly. And then from this side I can feel the burl. So for me that means that I should now switch side and do this side. So this burl and then this one should meet, or just slightly over, and then I go back to the other side till I do not have a burl, and I meet the edges together, and there for hopefully I will create a slight convex edge. And the means what I want it's hard to say. The thing is, I want a slight convex, not through Scandinavian, because in my opinion you create a stronger edge. It's not as sharp maybe as a true Scandi, doesn't bite in as much, but just a small convex will help strengthen the edge. try also to listen to the sound when I'm grinding, so I have an even sound. If the sound changes too much, I know I'm maybe doing something wrong. Just to take it in slow now so you can see how I do it. Otherwise, when I'm doing it, I do it a bit faster. Something like this. But just for demonstration, I try to take it more easy so you can see what I'm doing. And here you can see all this gray is material from the stone and from the metal. Okay, now I have done both sides. For me, it's easier to do like this and like that. Some people like to change hand so they can see the angle they're doing it, always seeing, or like that and then change the hand. But I like to do it like this and this. And this is easier for me, and this angle is harder because I cannot see as much. I'm no sharpening expert, but seems to work pretty good what I'm doing. I can get my knives very, very scaring sharp, razor sharp, as they say. And the only thing I'm doing now is just with light pressure, just taking away small burrs, or how you call them, like this. I'm not applying much pressure, just doing small touches, so I don't have any burrs here on the edge. And when I'm satisfied with that, I will go and take it on the 6000 grid side. It's no perfect sharpening as you can see, but it will get the job done, and it's much better than when I got the knife from the beginning with the factory grind. This is the 6000 side, and if you listen carefully, can you hear it? No? It doesn't make as much sound as the 1000. You can also feel that the stone, it's much smoother on this grid. It's almost like having soap on the stone. This is pretty hard for me doing at this angle because I'm standing pretty awkwardly, so you can see from this angle. So the only thing I'm doing with this stone is polishing up the edges. It's going to get a bit sharper after this also. If I had the money, I would get a 400 stone, maybe get a 10,000 stone, and also a decent strop, because a strop is pretty good to use. Especially for me that I'm liking my convex edges. So as I said a bit earlier, I'm no sharpening expert, but seems to work what I'm doing. Now I'm just showing you I will do on this stone. You can do like this for 5 minutes or something like that, and then change size. Sometimes I'll do like I'm doing now. I do not count the strokes, nothing. I'm just doing this on feeling. Some people count their strokes and do the same on this side, but I don't think it's necessary, because sometimes you're applying more pressure, sometimes you're applying less pressure. So I just do it, I check my knife, and when I feel satisfied, I'm ready. So there we go, a small video how I sharpen my knife. And yeah, as I told you, only one stone I have, and I'm no sharpening expert, as I told you. So if you have some tips or tricks or something you like to do, or something you do that I don't with your knife that make them razor sharp, just leave a comment and I will try that also. Yeah, but this is the knife then. As you can see there, I have not a perfect, but it's a small mirror polish. And my tip, as I told you, not so good with the tip, but it's pretty sharp, can tell you. And here we have the other side of the knife. Let me just change side so I can see that better. So that's how the knife is looking now. And I'm pretty happy. Just going to do the disgusting test that everybody does, shaving arms. As you can see, if it's hair popping. I don't know if you can see anything, but I can feel it. And I have all my disgusting hair there. So it's, well, razor sharp. Not razor sharp, but hair popping sharp. This will do.